All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis lashing out at Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerbe, asking him, man, where is my termination papers? That actually can mean a lot, and is interesting because it both says that he is with Floyd Mayweather and not with Floyd Mayweather Jr. at the same time. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Davis in the 135-pound division. Has some big fights about to take place, but it seems like he may not be as free as he thinks he is, because he said something really kind of interesting to Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerbe. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. This particular video I want to dedicate to my man, Unadulterated Truth. Been around on the channel for a very long time. Thank you for your continued support in the basically for coming by and hitting the like button for years. Also, you regularly support in the super chat and in the Cash App on the live stream. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of the videos, where you can see the heart and the dollar sign below there. That's how you can support content creators. So Gervonta Davis says something that is pretty interesting to me, man. Really did pique my interest. He sends a tweet out to Floyd Mayweather Jr., the CEO, or excuse me, the owner of Mayweather Promotions, and the guy that very well may still be the promoter for Gervonta Davis, right? And he also sent the tweet and addressed it to Leonard Ellerbe. And basically what he said is, when are you going to send me my termination papers? Now, here's is very interesting. Why would they have to send you termination papers? That is interesting. Now, when I hear the word termination, right, it means to end something. Like you can terminate your employee, you can terminate an existing contractual relationship, right? That is different than your contract expiring, right? Because once your contract expires, there's no need, unless I guess you have it in writing, that they have to verify the expiration of the contract, right? But you typically would say that it would just expire, it expired, and then you go on about doing your business. But in this particular instance, Gervonta Davis says, when are you going to send me my termination paperwork? Now, this is just, guessing at it, but is it the case that he renewed the contract with Mayweather Promotions, or he didn't explicitly, terminate the agreement, and then it kept going, and now he needs to get paperwork to verify that he is not with them anymore? Very, very confusing with the way that he phrased that. And I'd be really interested to know, what it is exactly that he meant. However, one thing we know for sure is that that honeymoon is most definitely over, and that Gervonta Davis is most definitely trying to be, at the very least, separate from Floyd Mayweather Jr., but most likely to be his own promoter, which at this point in time in his career, he could probably do, especially seeing as he has a lot of the mechanisms around him that are necessary to do so that he had when he was with Mayweather Promotions, right? He has the network Showtime, who is definitely going to do business with him, who is going to promote his fights, who are going to let people have all the avenues necessary to get the word out about his fights on that network. He also is still, I'm sure, advised by Al Heyman in the PBC. So guys like Tim Smith, who coordinate with the media, they're most definitely going to continue to talk about, and push let people know about the fights, right? I think, as far as, what Gervonta Davis's appeal is as a fighter, he's been on pay-per-view 4 or 5 times already. He's been exposed to audiences throughout the country. There probably is not a lot more that Floyd Mayweather Jr. can do for him than he's already done. And it's almost like he's already built his name up, similar to what has happened where, where you had Floyd Mayweather Jr., who got his name built up in large part by Bob Arum at Top Rank. Same thing with Oscar De La Hoya, right? And there was actually, an interview, and I'm happy that I can actually say this because it's, not been the most happy in the world with Terrence Crawford and the way that he handled that Errol Spence Jr. fight. And that's because, man, I'm a big boxing fan, and really big fights like that are so rare that we actually get a chance to see them. And when you literally have waited for everything for years to get to a point where that fight could get made and could get made seemingly easily, right? And that particular circumstance was, where Bob Arum was no longer involved, and where Bob Arum would, has a bunch of other fighters that he may want Terrence Crawford to fight, and all of the in-house stuff that comes with that. And not just the Top Rank is not the only person to do that, or only organization. Other organizations do it as well, to be fair. But once you got past that, you think, okay, boom, there's no other way that this fight can, all you need to do is have people be reasonable and this fight can be made. To have it not be made was highly disappointing. But one thing that Terrence Crawford did say in one of these interviews that he was given was that, look, when you are up and coming, Top Rank is a great place for somebody to be, Mayweather Promotions as well, because, you need somebody to help build your name. But once you get to a certain plateau, a certain place, you don't need that as much, and you can move on and do that yourself. So if anybody right now is in that situation, it's Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis has already been established as the big money dude, the guy that everybody wants to fight on pretty much every social media platform. His name is constantly buzzing on every social media platform, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. People are kind of hanging out there constantly trying to find out and waiting, to hear what he's going to do. So, I think that break is most definitely, if not inevitable, if it's not already taking place, it's inevitable. But the way that it's going down is just strange to me. So the idea that, he's waiting on the termination paperwork, like, why would you be waiting on that? And on top of that, how is it affecting anything? Because you already have a fight scheduled in January, right? That's going to be promoted by somebody. If not Floyd Mayweather Promotions, you already have to have a promoter for that particular event. And you've got your next fight with Ryan Garcia already done. So, if it was a situation where Floyd Mayweather felt like, he was preventing, where he had a contractual relationship with Gervonta, if he felt that way, or if Leonard Ellerbe felt that way, I would think that would have prevented Gervonta Davis getting those two fights done, right? So it's just really, really weird, man, that Gervonta would say that, at this point in time where he's clearly already has fights scheduled. He said that his contract had expired with Floyd Mayweather. So maybe it's just some formal documentation that they need, and it was specified in their agreement that, upon expiration of the contract, that Floyd Mayweather or Mayweather Promotions will verify that he no longer has that contractual relationship. Because I guess if you want to do business with other people and they have some issue or some question about whether or not he's still with Floyd, that they would need that. But just very interesting stuff, man. And anyway, I just hope at the end of the day, man, that it doesn't affect these fights, which I don't think it would, and that it doesn't really affect Mayweather Promotions and Gervonta Davis's relationship, interpersonal relationship, because honestly, man, they did a lot for Gervonta Davis, and Gervonta Davis did a lot for them. Would hate to see it, end in some way where there really is bad blood amongst everybody. But at the end of the day, us getting the big fights and the fights we want to see is probably most important. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.